Hello, this exercise video is for parents to do with children. It's a great way to keep the children entertained and burn off some of their energy during this period while they're off school. So it's a great way for parents and children to spend time together too. So I'm going to show you a series of exercises, 10 exercises, to help keep both parents and children active. They're going to be paired sessions, okay, paired exercises. So you need to work together with one of you leading, the other one following. Okay, so again, you can take it in turns, who wants to lead and who wants to follow. The first exercise I'm going to show you is there's actually a machine called a Batak Pro, and we're going to do it as just with that machine, but with the parent being the machine first. So wherever I reach with my hand, okay, if I reach down here, your child facing you is going to touch your hand. Then you reach over to here, okay, and they're going to touch your hand. And then you're going to go to this side, they're going to touch your hand. And actually, whilst you're working, you can work in your legs, you're working your heart and lungs, and you're having fun together. And that's a really key thing during this time, okay? So get into this position here, working side to side, and you can even make them work a little bit harder by moving in this position here. So wherever your hand goes, they've got to touch your hand into that position, but make sure you're using your antibacterial gel as well, all right? So that's your first exercise. Your second exercise is going to be using, okay, cones, okay? You could use cones, you could use pieces of paper, you could even use toilet rolls, okay? So from here, you're going to be facing each other, so they can use cones or whatever as well, and you're going to jump over the cones into this position here, okay? Working together at the same speed into this position. And this is a great way to work your legs and to have fun as well. So that's our second exercise. Then we go on to our third exercise. So the plank exercise is an exercise designed to work your tummy muscles. You're going to put some cones out into this position, okay, working like so. Now your child is going to do the same in reverse. So this might be a good exercise for the garden or again in the front room. So if I touch this cone here, I'm working my tummy muscles. Okay, your child is going to have to touch the cone on their side. And if I touch this one, your child is going to touch the cone on that side. In this position here, working like so, wherever I touch the cone, your child has to do the same facing you. It's a great way to be active, have fun. You're working your tummy muscles without them realising it. One of the key things we're looking for on this exercise is not dropping the hips down, but keeping the hips up off the floor. And again, that's going to be a great way to build the strength in your trunk muscles. Your third exercise is what we call a T-bar rotation. Okay? Now with this exercise, you're going to be onto your hands. Again, your child is facing you, so again, you're still working together. So you're going to be onto your front into this position here, and you're going to lift up and out to the side, okay, and back down and across to the opposite side. If you or your child has a history of shoulder dislocations or any instability into the shoulder, then this exercise might be one to avoid. So from here, you're going to work knees off the floor, okay, so into this position here, okay, you're going to reach out to the side, looking up to the side. So I'm working my shoulder muscles, I'm working my trunk muscles at the same time, and you facing your child could randomize the sides, okay, so into this position here, working like so, and it's a really good core exercise. So then we go to your next exercise, and I want you to lay your cones out in a north, south, east, west direction. And your child is going to do the same facing you. Okay, so in this position here. So I'm going to say north, okay, and you're going to jump towards the north cone. Okay, then you come back to the middle, and your child doesn't know which one you're going to jump to, okay? So then I'm going to say east, and then you're going to jump to the east cone, okay? And then west and south. And again, you'll get a little bit of education in there, but you're having fun with it as well. So working this position here, you might work into this position, working like so. You might then have to jump back, then back to the middle. So you have the north, south, east, west, and whichever one you call, they've got a copy in it, and you can have another go a little bit later with them doing the exercise or calling out, and then you copying what they do. And it's good for your reaction times as well. So then we go to your next exercise, and you're going to be using your cones or whatever you've been using. Okay, you're going to line them up in the line. Okay, now you could do this with one of you following, but you could also do it with just copying the exercise as well. Okay, so we're going to go from here and we're going to work over the cones like so. Okay, coming back to the middle, try not to knock the cones over. Okay, so in this position, okay, I'll go through that again. So you're going to go over, stepping in between the cones each time with your feet there. Okay, so over the cones, working like so, come back to the other side. Okay, I might need them a little bit wider. Okay, so into that position there, it's good for your heart and lungs, it's good for your coordination, it's good for your hip stability. So working over into this position, working like so, and then back again. And it's great for developing your child's coordination and fitness as well. So from here, we then go over take 2 cones away. Okay, and this time, you're going to work side to side, touching the cone into this position here, working in that position there. Now you could advance that by doing this with 4 cones. Okay, and again your child doing the same, but we're going to go from here, forward, across, and then back to this side. Then you can challenge yourself and you can do it backwards, touching the cone as you're working. And again, it's a great way to develop your balance, your hip control, and that stability whilst exercising. So then we go on to your next exercise. So onto your plank position. Now we learnt the plank earlier on, where you're using your trunk muscles. Okay, and you're going to do it as a plank side walk. Now again, you can face your child. Okay, you can work together on this. So in this position here, if your child goes one way, you're going to walk across in the same direction. They may go back in that same direction, working like so. They may come across this side and that position there. So while you're doing that, this exercise, again, we don't want the hips dropping down there. We don't want the hips up in the air either. Shoulders over your hand, and again, you should be able to feel this in your trunk muscles. You can have so much fun with these exercises. Really, really is good. So then we go on to your next exercise, into a high plank position. So similar to what I just showed you, and you're going to reach across in this position here. You can do it with a bent knee, or you can do it with a straight leg into that position. Again, working like so. Okay, so it's all about that trunk control and adding that rotation in with that control. So you can do it with a bent knee, or you can do it with a straight leg. And again, that's a good way to challenge your trunk. Okay, so again, your child could lead on that exercise, and you copy them or they copy you. Works really well. Okay, so into your last exercise. So from here into a high running exercise, really good for getting the heart rate up. You can work together in this position here, get them reaching into the air whilst you're exercising, facing each other, and again, that's a good way. And that brings our 10 exercises that you can do for 30 seconds, building up to 60 is probably a good place to start. And if you did that once a day, it will soon burn off their energy and keep them active. Thank you.